Oh my. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of the Rory and Mal Pack podcast, all of them, are currently getting eviscerated online. Eviscerated. And why, you ask? Well, because some hating, some classic Kendrick hating. You know how, they be trying to act like they straddle the fence, but clearly they're not that big of fans. And I'm gonna keep it real. I feel like this is kind of my fault. I feel like I have a part to do with this. And why, you ask? Because this all started with my post. Let's go right through it because this played out legendary. Usually, this is like one of the greatest Curb Your Enthusiasm memes you've ever seen. Like, you usually don't get this type of instant karma anymore. Like, it's insanity. So we'll start it like this. So November 11th, I saw this post right here, and I said, could be wrong, but it seems like she doesn't like Kendrick more than she's rooting for the clips. And the post is about Rory and Mal co-host Damaris says she's going to be pissed if Kendrick Lamar sweeps the Grammys over the clips. Now, I've been one of the people who've been saying no matter who wins between Kendrick and Clips, it's a win for hip-hop. I don't care who wins between them two. I love them. It's great for hip-hop. I've also been one of the people saying if you're mad at somebody just because they chose the Clips for certain categories over Kendrick, that's weird. That's just weird. But when hating is a completely different thing, right? When it's not just about your opinion anymore, and the reason I tweeted this was because I read and I said, if you're pissed that Kendrick won, it wins if he sweeps. It doesn't sound like you're talking about why you like the clips. It sounds like you're talking about why you don't like Kendrick. Now let's listen to this clip. This is where it started. And ladies and gentlemen, buckle in because this, I don't know, the stars aligned. I don't know what Damaris did. But you did something. Your juju was off. That's why this landed. But anyway.
When GNX be...
No, I know what you did because you had hate in your heart. Because you wasn't being real with yourself. You acted like you was being a bipartisan or nonpartisan when you really had hate in your heart. Hold on.
When GNX be... Okay, sorry. The official nominees for Best Rap Album at the 2026 Grammys are Let God Sort 'Em Out by The Clips, Glorious by Glorilla, God Does Like...
I think it's also very telling that she started this out about talking about GNX before she even read the post. But when she was ready to hate before she even said... Now, I'll tell you the difference between an opinion and some pure hate. I'll show y'all because some people get it confused. Watch this.
Ugly by JID.
I'll always defend somebody's opinion. I'll debate it. But hate is something else. Hold on.
GNX by Kendrick Lamar, Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator. GNX is going to sweep and it's going to piss me off because the Clips deserves to win. And that's not Kendrick
Kendrick
Lamar
just opened
hate.
his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
You see what I'm saying? Right? Maul is going to always... He's Pelvis Presley. You know what I mean? He going to always eat Drake pelvis. He's a pelvis muncher. He going to always do that. You know what I mean? He's a member of Pel Biv DeVoe. He going to do that. So we got to see that happening. He didn't even say who he thinks he should win before he started tripping. Well, not in this clip. Before he's tripped over himself to consume some peeing. So, like, I get that. I get that. Rory laughing. One thing that the Rory and Mal podcast have to just, you're done acting like, is y'all are not, like y'all are down the middle. That has to stop. Rory, Mal, and Damaris, you niggas are a part of an anti-Kendrick. Y'all on the anti-Kendrick side. I don't know if y'all act like, and another question is, in your head, let me be real with you for a second. In your head, Rory and Mal, and I'm not even talking Mal because Mal his brain's already washed. Damaris and Rory. When you can sit here and be like, no, I swear we don't have, we call it down the middle. I ask you, right, before I even get to an argument or debate about it, if someone told you that you niggas was anti-Kendrick, could you see why? I don't even want an answer to just yes or no. Could you see why? Because I want to know how delusional y'all niggas are. Could you see why? When you've been covering the Drake case for a year, the lawsuit, and you've been coming out to defend Drake, right? And then come to find out when the case gets dismissed, you never knew what you were talking about. You can't see why somebody would be like, nigga, you're definitely like pelvis eating. You're definitely you're not nonpartisan. Like this is like one of those MAGA Republicans who tries to act like, no, but both sides, what about both sidesism? That's what it is, like, bro, because why are you laughing at that? And for any reason, whatever reason you have in your head and in your heart, cool. Anybody who says this looks like some Kendrick hating, you go, what are you talking about? Is you being delusional or gaslight. But anyway.
Jamal.
Where's your
Jamal?
I'm just saying the boy is prophetic. That's all I'm saying.
He's a Grammy darling. That goes without saying. Do we think Alfredo 2 should have been in here?
Absolutely.
Okay, but what do we take out?
GNX.
You can't take out one of the highest selling albums.
All right, so
in
fuck it. Let me
Grammy
be
cycle.
misogynistic. Glorilla.
Okay. Anyway, so I mean, let me be misogynistic. This nigga's still like a red pill manosphere niggas. Like y'all can act like anyway. So that was the tweet. So I tweeted it out with the yeah. It doesn't even sound like y'all. It sounds more like y'all just don't like Kendrick. And boy, so after I tweeted that. That tweet caught a lot of traction. And this was the interaction right here. Hold on, where is it? Hold on. All right, so this is the interaction right here, and this is all on my post. Shout out to Neek. She was going back and forth with Damaris. So Damaris said, she said, yup. She can't stand Dot, talking about Damaris. And then Damaris comments and says, prepare yourself, because this is, wow. You just made that up, right? And then Neek comes back. You literally said verbatim, I can't stand his voice. LMAO, I hate his voice. Don't trip. It's not a big deal. You like what you like. She's even shooting her bail. It's the other jabs y'all be doing that be effed up with me. Y'all negative energy be loud sometimes when Dot is discussed, right? I'm going to keep it all the way gangster. I think she gave her all the grace. Her Neek knowing that she said what she said verbatim and still giving her this grace is lovely. Now, I'll be all the way honest. There are people on both sides, whether it's the Drake side or the Kendrick side, who are insufferable at times. It seems like more, it's not really about the culture, it's about one person on both sides. Right here, this is not what she is being. This is not the message Nick's saying. Meek's giving her all the grace. Then Damaris did the unthinkable. And this is where you upset the universe, Damaris. This is where you upset it. You should have stopped tweeting after that. Because boy, oh boy, Damaris comes back with, show me where I said verbatim, I hate his voice. Remember that. Show me where I said verbatim, I hate his voice. Not a fan is what I remember saying. I listen to Kendrick music. Oh no. This tweet gonna age really bad in a few seconds. I do not hate Kendrick. I said multiple times I respect him and that he deserved what he gets. I've been very impartial. The narrative starting to irritate me. The narrative started me, y'all aren't victims. And then the next tweet. Shout out to John the Dreadhead, because this was the literal next tweet. She said, show me where I said that.
Change our minds. We're not fucking Kendrick Lamar fans. I've said on every platform possible, I hate the way Kendrick Lamar raps. I hate the sound of his fucking voice.
Same.
She started out by saying she's not a Kendrick Lamar fan. She hates his voice. She hates the way. And this is like, shout out to Damaris. And I don't want to even like attack a black woman or attack a woman like this. I'm not really attacking. I'm just calling it how it is. That's why I'm trying to address this with love. Damaris, like, you lost the plot somewhere. Maul, and I'm going to blame Maul. I think Maul is tainting y'all, because I'm not even going to act like, I'm going to shoot you some bail and say, I genuinely think you believed that you didn't say this. I genuinely think in your head you think you've been being impartial. But that's where the psychosis is of it. You haven't. And I think this is the problem where the part where people like Rory and Damaris don't understand why a lot of people see them a certain way because they're just saying things and forgetting they say it. The passion, it's actually weird to me that you're not just saying you don't like Kendrick. You hate his voice. You open it up by saying you're not a fan of him. This is hate. So the fact that and it makes it weird because that means when you were saying this, you didn't believe it either because it's one thing to forget like a little opinion. Like I like it's a little it's weird to forget something that you have such a reaction to, such a vitriolic hate for. You forgot that? Everything that I hate like this, I don't care what it is. You ask me about it, I remember I hate it. So that tweet that you acted like y'all aren't the victims. I never said da. And then this tweet, oh my God. And then hold on, let's keep it going.
Sound of his fucking voice.
Same. I hate his voice.
I hate his voice. And I will not listen to him again simply because I hate the sound of his voice. It does not take away from the talent. Change our minds.
And this is why I said, nah, Damaris, you ain't anointed no more. You ain't covered in the blood. That's what's happening. Yeah, you gone there. This is how you know you went down a dark path because the universe set this up to get you. The universe set this up for you. Like I'm telling you, this is where you got to stop and do some soul search and be like, am I on the wrong side right now? Because this seems like, and then this was her response to this. Oh, damn, I did say that. Y'all got me. I don't remember that. That is her response. Now, after this, remember, this was from my post. Now, after this whole tweet went viral. People were clipping this part of my post up of the interaction. And they were bodying Damaris through the whole thing. And now, Rory, it got to the point where you knew this was going to happen. Some old tweets from Rory popped up. And, I'm not even going to really go into the whole old tweet thing and this, that, and the third. It's not. But I will say this. If you're liking, like, let me just talk about, like, racist tweets or racist. If your liking of, like, a white entertainer or, like, a non-black entertainer is judged on them never doing, saying, or joking anything racist, you might as well just go ahead and let it all go. You might as well just see, because at a certain point, it's like, you gotta just assume, and like when old tweets and stuff like that, like, and that some of them are so old, I'm be like, come on, brother. But when old tweets pop up, I just go, yeah. That's why I take that with a grain of salt. Most people who come in, that's what I'm saying. So they were attacking him. Excuse me. He had a spaces about that. And he was defending it and speaking about it. And this is just one part of it. To me, this isn't a part that I even care to cover too much. Rory had some crazy tweets that popped up, whatever. Your B words fixing her makeup up in my rims in 2014. N-word is brazy, bro. If you want to go look at the tweets, go. But this is what just one part of it.
Fucking Neanderthal black people in this bitch, nigga. Them is microaggressions, my good brother.
No, I fully
You know what this
understand
shit is,
Street
bro. Stop
Creole
playing with
and the
people.
entire thing.
You sitting here playing with people, bro, and that's what's pissing me off, bro.
And this is certified boogeyman. I rock with certified boogeyman simply for his thumbnail, his profile picture. I told him that person. I said, nigga, don't never change that profile picture, nigga. Don't never change that. Yeah, straighten that nigga out. Straighten him out.
How am I playing with people?
I don't even get like this, bro. But you playing in
How
niggas'
am I
face,
playing?
bro. With all this smug
I
shit
respect
you
everything
saying,
you're
bro, I
saying,
already said,
and
bro,
I
I
do
already
agree.
said
So
I'm not
I'm
going
really
back
asking.
over it, nigga. The people in the comments that's throwing up the hundreds, they heard what the fuck you said. I ain't about to repeat shit, nigga. I said what I said already, and you know what you said. I ain't about to go
Which is
back
what?
over this shit, nigga. That's it. Hey, Rory, that's it, bro. You apologize. Now move on. Let's move on
No,
to another topic or something.
I can
Or if
apologize and we
somebody
have a
else,
conversation.
no, I don't want to have a conversation with you, Rory.
Which is fine.
Okay,
You don't
You
have
just
to have
said
one with
that
me.
for other
That's
niggas,
fine.
bro.
I'm
I
not
ain't come
asking
here
that
to,
you need to have a
okay.
conversation with me.
Rory,
He
I ain't come here to have a
apologized and we'll
conversation
move
with
on.
you. I came here to bark on you, and
Which
then
is
you can
fine.
shut the
You can
fuck up,
bark.
and then you can move
That's
the
why
fuck
I'm here.
on, bro. Fuck is you
I'm
talking about?
Okay, we
no.
got Amy
I'm saying
still here.
I'm
Simple,
the one
nigga.
that's saying
Christina,
here
Jimmy
Simple.
to
still
Hey,
here.
address.
I'm mad. It feels like his profile pic is like. It sounds like his profile pic is talking.
That's
Simple.
everything.
Next
I'm not running
comment.
from anything.
Next
Thank you,
person can
sir.
talk.
Jamie, you
First,
Respect for the barkage. Respect for the barkage. Yeah, man. I feel like this all started my tweet. And like I said, y'all have had bad juju. And if y'all think y'all like bipartisan and I kept saying this, the biggest losses of this Drake battle was Drake, the Rory, I used to just say Maul, but the Rory and Maul podcast and academics, because nobody has lost their credibility more than those three niggas. Like forever, it's gonna carry around like a golden albatross around their neck. Their word doesn't mean as much, especially when it comes to do with Drake or Kendrick. And they're gonna find out that that's gonna hurt them more as journalists or podcasters way more in the future. So it is what it is, but damn. There was a tweet that Rory said something about he retweeted, I never seen a beautiful black woman or attractive black woman. And that's why I always say, like, with the way niggas be making fake tweets too, that's why I always be careful about it, because they'll fake a tweet on you. They'll fake. So that's why I also am not going to make a whole video about this. I just put it in this part. But it's more about the demerits and just how everybody's cooking Rory, wow, and Damaris and Maul. So, yeah.